Hey guys, so I have another late night talk for you about my transition. Um, right now, I am air drying my hair. It is about like 60% dry, and I used a new product on my hair that I will be reviewing after I find out how it actually works. But what I wanted to come and talk about was sort of the mental part of a transition. Um, for some people, it it might be sort of like, you know, stupid, I guess, to say that transitioning to natural, it's sort of a mental a big mental um toll. You know what I mean? It takes a toll on you mentally if you're not really prepared for what's coming, you know? Um, a lot of us girls that have been relaxed for years, some of us don't even know what our regular texture looks like, you know what I mean? Because we've been relaxed for so long, and that in itself is it's a big adjustment. It's a big change to start to see your hair in a different way, in a different texture. So that takes a lot of mental preparation, I think, in order for your transition to be successful, or at least um, stress free in a way. I think that, one way to do that is to try to get used to um, your hair not looking smooth, and what I mean by that is that I've tried not to use products that can slick back my edges and all of that. I mean, people that do that and like a sleek look and a neat look, that's fine, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that for me, it helps me to wear my hair in its natural state as much as possible so that I start getting used to what it's going to look like. So for me, it's not like I'm going to be walking around with like crazy fuzzy looking um edges or anything like that. But at least, like, I don't use any type of um gels or things like that that would actually, slick back and make my hair look sleek, because I want to get used to the way it looks, the texture, and it looking, you know, frizzy and natural. You know what I mean? And that helps me get myself into that state of mind. Um, I've never been a fan of straight, sleek hair. I've always been lean more towards like curly hair and stuff like that. So for me, it's not that big of a deal if my edges are not like, picture perfect or anything like that. So I think that helps out a lot. Um, Also, I think that if we let go of the mentality that, um, kinky curly hair, it's not good hair, you know what I mean? And I think, aside from a lot of people jumping into the bandwagon of becoming natural, I think a lot of us girls have become natural because it has become, you know, acceptable by society for you to just be yourself, for you to just not just be yourself, but like for you to wear your hair in its natural state just the way it is. It's become acceptable. Now a relaxer is actually a preference of style rather than a necessity. Where before it was like, well, you have nappy hair, you need to relax. And now it's acceptable. So there's a lot of us that that have come to realize that. But then there are still a few that believe that if your hair doesn't look sleek and smooth and all that, that you're not pretty, that it doesn't look good or anything like that. So I think letting go of that mentality that um, beauty equals sleek, straight look or um, soft, straight hair. I think that kind of helps a lot as far as us girls that are relaxed, because mainly when you're relaxed, well, that's what happens. You usually straighten your hair, and your hair looks so smooth and sleek. So I think getting in that mind frame, but definitely preparing yourself mentally, I think it's a big, big step to becoming natural. I think if not the most important part, because your hair is gonna grow. It's gonna grow regardless, If you're taking care of it and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's gonna grow. So the actual transition is gonna happen, whether you want it or not, you know what I mean? If you just stop relaxing, it's going to happen sooner or later. But the mental transition, you preparing yourself mentally for what's going to happen and what your hair is going to start looking like, I think that is something that is on our hands. You know what I mean? That's something that we have to make sure that happens. The actual transition is going to happen whether without effort, without our putting our effort into it. But the mental transition needs to be something that we take note of and that we actually, make ourselves um, do. Yeah. So that's something that I've been working on. I've been, letting myself trying to see what my hair looks like. I don't usually, like I said, straighten my hair, but now it is actually something that I'm working on, like not straightening my hair so that I can start seeing what the regular texture of my hair looks like. Now I know that until I cut off, my relaxed ends, I'm not going to be able to see you know, the extent of my curl because sometimes the straight ends kind of weighs down your curl and it doesn't let it go do what it needs to do. So I know that I won't be seeing like my true curl definition until I am done with my transition, but um I still can see just a little bit of it, while I am transitioning. So I am pretty early into the transition. I don't have that much new growth to really kind of tell what's going on. But soon I know it would happen. So I don't know how long I will be keeping my relaxed ends. Um, like I said, I will be doing it as long as I can. Um, I, I, I'm not very worried about length, uh, you know, as much as I'm worried about getting it over with. um, so I don't know if I will big chop, when I feel that my hair is at an acceptable length, or or if I would just drag it on, longer. So I'm not really trying to transition long term to retain length. I just want to not big chop right away until I can tell, what I'm going to be doing and what my hair looks like and things like that. So, all right, guys, this was just a little bit of a ramble. I just wanted to, throw some thoughts at you that I was having as far as like a mental transition is concerned, because I've come to realize that that is a very, very big part of my transition. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate your support and your subscriptions and you joining me in this journey. Don't hesitate to leave me any comments in the bar below. I would love to hear from you guys, and any suggestions that you guys have, any of you that have gone through this and have any tips for me, I would appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.